This is the ASMR Nerd, and today we are returning to Skyrim to celebrate the passing of the old year and the beginning of the new. This time of year is traditionally full of festivities and celebration. Some of you might be familiar with the celebration of Saturalia, which occurs on the 25th of Evening Star, the final month of the year. And it's a celebration of gift giving and merriment. But fewer are familiar with the celebration of old life, which takes place on the final day of Evening Star, and the celebration of new life, which takes place on the first day of Morning Star, the beginning of the new year. In actual practice, all of these celebrations tend to blend together into one long, festive season full of gift giving, feasting, drinking, and camaraderie. And today we are visiting a shop that is dedicated to this festive season, and it is called the Merry Snowberry. I've been told that this shop resides here within the Solitude Lighthouse, which seems like a slightly strange location for a festive shop, but nonetheless, here we are. So let's take a look inside and see what kind of seasonal items they have. Here we are inside the Merry Snowberry, and it looks as though the proprietors are away at the moment, or perhaps just indisposed in the back. But I'm sure they won't mind if we just take a look around. In the corner, there's a collection of snowberry plants. The store lives up to its name, it would seem. And next to the snowberries on the table, we've got all kinds of festive food items. Looks like puddings and cakes and fruit. Here we have what looks like some cookies and a large rack of meat in the back. It all looks delicious and certainly seasonal. And looks like there's some multicolored pennants strung up along the wall, just to bring a little extra bit of color and cheer to the premises. Got some storage barrels and some sheaves of wheat against the wall here. All items which are no doubt used in the baking of festive treats and bread. All kinds of bread baking away in the oven. You can smell the delicious aroma it gives off. Another shelf full of cooking supplies by the looks of it. Some more snowberries, or holly berries maybe, in a jar, it looks like. Over here by the fire, there's something warm and delicious bubbling. And past the fire, on the sideboard here, we've got all kinds of festive drinks in bottles, some sweet rolls, and a glorious platter of presents of every shape and size. And next to that, a wreath with a candle. Some game and fish hangs from the ceiling, probably curing. And here we have the seasonal centerpieces of the shop. A series of Saturalia trees decked out in all kinds of ornaments, baubles and crystals, and an unadorned tree just waiting to be purchased, taken home, decorated. Looks like a festive Yule log up on the shelf. And all kinds of wood for the fire. That beautiful platter of presents again. And more of the Yule logs tied up neatly with colorful bows. And finally, in the corner here, it looks like we have all kinds of gifts, some festive hats, and boxes and parcels of every shape and size, containing who knows what. A couple of festive books lie on the table next to a sparkling lantern, and a cute little tree is decked out in soul gems. Well, this is certainly a cozy shop, but let's head on up to the roof. I hear there's quite a display to be seen up there. Back out into the winter cold again. Because this is Solitude Lighthouse, we can certainly expect a large fire up on top of the building. Perhaps we can warm ourselves up there a bit. But I've also been told that there is a remarkable seasonal display to be seen up on the roof. And we wouldn't want to come all this way and miss it. So let's carry on up to the roof and see what we find. This building certainly does have lots of stairs. Looks as though we're nearly at the top, though. Turn off the lantern. We don't need the extra light because it's quite well lit out here, despite being the middle of the night. And what have we here? It looks like a big, beautiful Saturalia tree with gorgeous crystals hanging from its boughs, and around its base all manner of packages and gifts, candles and toys, all sorts of presents. I see a stocking, a pair of stockings as well, candies, and in behind the massive flame of Solitude Lighthouse, lighting the way for ships at sea and the moon high in the sky above. What a beautiful display of festive items. Looking absolutely splendorous, wrapped up all in gold and crimson. Light from the bonfire reflecting off of them. And on a foggy night as tonight, a light like this is all the more important to ensure that sailors can return home to safe harbor and be with their loved ones at the end of the year and the beginning of the new. don't know who in particular all these gifts are intended for, but they certainly do make for a nice display. They certainly capture the spirit of the season, the spirit of Saturalia, the spirit of the old life and new life celebrations, the spirit of warmth and giving, the spirit of the potential for a wonderful new year to come. I think this is a wonderful spot to conclude our seasonal wander, basking in the warmth of the bonfire, seated next to a glorious display of festive gifts and decorations, and thinking about what the new year might hold. I wish each and every one of you the very best of the holiday season, and health and happiness in the new year to come. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I look so forward to having you back here next time.